most of you know, we do employ probably most of the top instructors in Canada. So we thought this was the most logical location to have the RoboGolf dealing with the best golf instructors in Canada.
If Scott had somebody, as mentioned, who slices the ball, he could set this up and adjust the parameters so it develops a more inside-out path to get rid of a slice. And vice versa, if somebody were to slice the ball, he could create a hook, take a hooker, make it go more left for a fade pass. So you can make it set the wrist earlier, you can make it lag longer for more power. It's fully customizable. Wider to get people that bend their arms, we see that a lot. You can make it force the person into a wider swing so they can feel what a wider swing feels like. So it really just shortens, as mentioned, the learning curve. Click of a button, you can switch it over to left-handed.
So we do the traditional lesson, having the student learn how to hold it and posture and all that. So we'll do real quick with you. So, and with the regular golf club, in the left hand and the fingers, okay, hand comes on top, and then we'll interlock. Okay, good. And then as far as posture right now, okay, go with me. So stand tall. Okay, then we want to tilt over from the hips and keep the spine straight and just lower to the floor. Okay, so that's it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll do the same thing setting up to the golf club. Let me just make sure that this is the swing I want for you. All right, so the next step is I ask the student how tall they are, which will open up, whatever swing I open up will be the width of the arc, basically a hula hoop. What size hula hoop, okay? So right now, obviously she's taller than me. How tall are you?
5'9".
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to make this swing a little bigger. Okay, here we go. Takeaway. Okay, so at this point, what I want you to do is maintain your spine angle, okay? And what I'll do is I'll draw a line in the monitor, so we kind of want to keep our spine on that line. So here's takeaway. And this is what we do with every student at first, to just make sure that it fits their body. I'm basically watching how the body's working, okay? Because once we get our body working properly, the golf club's taken care of, the robot's taken care of the hands and arms.
So it's not as simple as just hanging on for the ride.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody who runs and operates a RoboGolfPro is a PGA certified coach, as Scott is. So you definitely need the coach to get going and use this. As you can see, it's not as simple as just hanging on and going for the ride. You're going to need a little bit of coaching in there, assist them with their body movement. But once you do get going and they get used to it, then it is a little bit more, okay,
Yeah.
once they learn that, as you said, her hips might not have been in the ideal position for that moment, so you...
Right, yeah, and her hips are still out of line, so we have to figure out, hey, is there something physical that she can't do it with her hips? Or is it just she doesn't know how to properly rotate her body, you know? So obviously she looks a little different than when I was on it, right? But pretty close. The student is in charge of the rotation of the golf club, okay? So, which means they're in charge of the club face, okay? Of the arm rotation. So right now what we're working on with Molly is her spine angle and rotating the golf club, the shaft, all the way around the swing plane. There you go. Good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So the idea after the robot is 0 practice swings, because you just did perfect practice. Okay. So it's set up to the ball. Look at that same target. We're just inside that yellow target. Okay. Good. Hey, your grip's really good. Okay. All right. Goodbye. Good luck. So, hey, still, no, that's still a good swing. No, it's a great swing shape. Okay, you're thinking. Okay, so back up one moment. Okay, take practice, take it back and stop. Okay, come on through. Okay, one more. Stay right there, stay right there. Okay, swing on through. Good. Okay.
Scott, like you said, the shape of the swing is, considering yesterday was her first time she hit a golf ball. She's got this seems to have really helped her develop a nice plane and a nice swing motion, so might be a little nervous actually making contact, but we know when you do make contact, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Is it a quicker learning curve for somebody who's never swung a golf club before and feeling the right motion versus somebody, maybe a very high handicapper who's had a lot of bad tendencies built into them over the years, or is it exactly the same?
No,
in your
because I've
experience?
taken tour players that have played on the Ryder Cup, and so I have a tour player right now that uses it at his house, and within an hour we got him from his faults back to where he was when he was on the Ryder Cup winning. So the brain will remember, oh yeah, I've been there, I've done that. You know, it's a habit. This guy has hit so many balls in his life that one ball's right, one ball's wrong, one swing thought, this swing thought. There's no thought. You're seeing it, feeling it, you know you're perfectly playing. It's super easy with the beginner because they've never done it. But it's even easier with somebody that their body's been kind of moving in the right spot, but the golf club is not moving in the right spot. Let's say Sean Casey comes in here. Hey Scott, I'm a little off, and we videotape him. His swing's off here, here, and here. So we program the robot to fault correct with massive exaggerations to get back to square, or to get back to where we want. Right?
Massive exaggerations or not. You can go subtle. You can, as they start to get it, you can ease off on it. So it gives me that feeling. I think with our average players, you asked, Ted, you know, your members at the golf clubs that are looking to get a little better and improve their swing. Ben's been doing some lessons on it already here, and all of the ClubLink members and our students at the academy that have been on it have been positive feedback. We talk to them about their golf swing. We get mirrors in front of them. We use video. We talk about coming more inside. We talk about trying to get them to feel it. But if we can set this into a mode where it's an inside path and get the parameters right so it fits them, and then the sizing is right, and scale it, and then just let them go and let them feel it 15 times in a row. And then it's amazing, Ben, put them on the mat and get them hitting. And you've, as mentioned, I mean, you've helped turn people that have been hooking it into straight, slicing it into straight. And it's just a matter of, as you're going, you mentioned the exaggeration. If they're overdoing it, you can bring it back to neutral. All right, so they don't need to feel the massive inside path anymore. They've got rid of their slice. You can bring them back to the on plane motion. Let's just get them in neutral. So it's customizable, and it really has helped accelerate the learning process. Sometimes you need to feel and get those reps in. This thing is going to help us with the reps. This is going to help people get the first reps, which are the most important ones, in developing that new motor pattern. This one's going to help people develop and get those first reps and get the correct feelings. And that's the most important. We have a hard time getting people to get their first reps correct. We can't even get started down the journey of better because it's hard to get people to feel that new thing. Their brain fires the old pattern automatically. And it's difficult to develop those new motor patterns. This is going to really help us. So we're excited about it.
And it's all real. This isn't, we don't need infomercials because it's, as Sean was saying, I send these texts and these emails from these people. It's instant. It's these people, I get emails left and right after training on the robot. I played the best round of my golf, or I haven't played this well since so-and-so, or I'm hitting the ball seriously 20 to 50 yards longer. Okay, so the 50-yard longer guy, obviously he had tons of challenges and tons of improvement that he needed.
We just want to help people get
Yeah,
better.
and it bridges the gap. Look, we don't have time. Most people don't have time to sit there and practice all day. So this is perfect practice. And if you don't know what it feels like to create lag, to come from in to out, to hit a draw, to hit a fade, to hit it high, low, this gives you the feel. You feel it, you step up, no swing thought. You can think later. Hey, makes sense?
So bottom line, what's this? What is ClubLink Glen Abbey charging for lessons for, and what over what periods?
There's some member preferred rates, and they're also just like all of our academy lesson packages. There's some discounts if you purchase multiple sessions, but it'd be in around $200 for a session.
And how long is the session?
Booked on the hour. And they're like I say, just like our lesson packages, you can get it down under $200 per lesson on the robot if you purchase more than one lesson.
Yeah, and eventually it's just a matter of a rep program. When Glen Abbey buys their second and third robot, then it's just a member coming in, putting his card in, or coming up to the computer, opening up his swing, doing his reps, and then going to play or go practice, come back.
Get back to for the better player. If they lose and get off track, we've got their good swings scaled in here. Come back in, feel it, get back on track.
Cool.
We've certainly had. I can tell you, I've had skeptics ask me, Sean, does this thing really work? A year ago, when we started this whole process, I said, I don't know. I said, I have no clue. I said, but I'm certainly excited to try it. We brought in a motor learning expert, unknown to everybody here, but on a quiet morning, early in the morning before the academy opened, we brought in one of the top motor learning experts in the world, who happens to work at McMaster University, and the feedback was positive. And that, for me, as the director of instruction here, before we just used everybody here as guinea pigs, so to speak, I wanted to have a motor learning expert come in and test it and get on it and feel it and see if we could get a vote of confidence from him. And he gave us an absolute vote of confidence. Ben was here. He said this is really going to accelerate the learning curve for a lot of golfers.
People, they do their 3 or 5, and you help them every spring, for example. They want to get every spring. Some people only do winter. They just,
it's already way more vertical than my swing is.
Our clients seem to have a pattern, and they either go all year, just winter, just summer, just the spring package. In terms of our repeat business, and
That's where my bad grip.
it's pretty good. But we'll find out pretty quickly here. In the next few weeks, we're going to probably get a lot of our students on for the first time.
A lot wider
So
finish.
again, he's in charge of that, the club face. And he, yeah.
I can't think.
Nope, no thinking at all. Just set up and swing. You just did your. So no practice swing because you just did perfect practice. So you're wasting
Okay. Precious swings.
swing.
How'd it go?
So the whole idea is to swing and then see what's kicked in and what hasn't, and then I adjust the robot for that.
That's my shade, that's my office, my desk.
Can we get a PA to hold
Where'd that
the
go?
umbrella up for the ladies?
Huh?
Where'd that ball
No
go?
idea.
Went dead straight with a nice little draw.
Alright, so
Either fix the shutter speed on that or